Today, I have a question from a reader who asks, what are some good failure examples that you have coached for MBA admissions interview? There are so many trivial examples that I've heard in FNG Mat's mock interview service where the client was initially unwilling to accept some of their mistakes. But after some persuasion, they were able to come up with some interesting examples. I can broadly categorize them into three kinds of examples. Number one, career change. Right now, we are in one of the most exciting employment markets where I have yet to see a client or a reader who has not at least switched their career once, either from their undergraduate major to a different industry or function, or tried a function for 1 year and then received an opportunity to switch. Many authentic answers around failure talk about wrong approaches while pursuing a career change. The common ones are the unnecessary persistence with an industry or function where they were a poor fit. If you can reflect and share a regret, not in a negative tone, but as a reflection on your fear, the answer will be authentic. Number two, leadership mistakes. There are so many contexts around which we make leadership mistakes. It could be on hiring or team building. There are many examples of a lack of a backup plan where a critical team member couldn't join and it had a negative impact on the deliverables. There are mistakes around setting clear guidelines or delegation or assumptions that led to missteps. In all the good examples, the client owned up to the mistake and developed a framework of value not to repeat the same mistake. Number three, conflict management. Use this example only if you're in finance or in a high-stress, conflict-driven environment. These are not your typical work schedule. There are aggressive deadlines, borderline unethical practices, and treatment of peers that lead to conflicts. Here, the mistakes are often around how the client should have built consensus to highlight the cultural issue because they didn't have the power to escalate the issue. Use it only if you don't have any leadership mistakes or career change-related failures. For help with scripting and practicing your MBA admissions interviews, subscribe to FNG Mat's mock interview service at store.fngmat.com/mock-interview-service.